Am I the asshole? For not watching my nieces and nephews at my house. Throwaway to avoid family stuff. I am 32, have been with my girlfriend F29 for 8 years. From the very beginning we have been child-free. My girlfriend isn't a big fan of kids, and while I love being the fun uncle, I love being able to give them back. Some background: my girlfriend is incredibly introverted and suffers from anxiety. Because of this, she is definitely a homebody and prefers hanging out at home with our 2 dogs. She likes things quiet and calm and definitely thinks of the house as her safe space. I completely respect that. I watch my 2 nephews and my niece, 7, 5, and 3, once in a while for my sister and brother-in-law. I always go over to their house to watch the kids. Partially because all their stuff and toys are there and it's just easier, and because I know my girlfriend wouldn't enjoy having them over at the house. Plus she didn't agree to watch them, so that wouldn't be fair. We've had some really lovely weather lately and my sister and Bil have been asking me to take the kids over to my place to watch them instead. They live in a townhome and don't have much of a yard, while we are pretty lucky and have a pretty large backyard. I've offered to take the kids to the park instead if they want some outside time. Neither my sister or Bil like this much. They say that they would rather have the kids in a safer fenced-in yard to run around and play than at a public park. It all came to a head this past weekend. My Bil called and asked if I was available to watch the kids. I told him sure, that wouldn't be a problem. He, politely at first, asked if he could drop the kids off with me for a change. I told him no, I would come to them. He got a little frustrated and said the kids really needed some fresh air and to get their energy out. I said okay, we can go to the park. He exploded at me and told me I was an asshole for never letting the kids come over. He said never mind, he didn't want me to watch them because I was too selfish. Not the asshole. You're providing a service. No one is entitled to your service or your home. And the whole weirdness about public parks is just weird. Choosy beggar called you selfish. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It's your home, and your girlfriend's home, and you're showing her respect by not babysitting there. Taking the kids to a park is a reasonable solution. Maybe your city likes to build playgrounds in the middle of the road, but most public parks I've seen put the playgrounds plenty far away from the roads. Your Bil is trying to make this into a power play. It's not really about your fenced-in yard or whatever, it's about control. Don't give in or you'll never get the ability to say no back. Not the asshole. You are watching his kids and he is complaining. The kids are more comfortable at their own home. Tell him it is not an option. Your home is not available. Not the asshole. Your alternative suggestion of going to the park is a good one, unless the parks where you live are really unsafe for some weird reason. I can understand not wanting 3 kids running around at a public park with only 1 adult to keep an eye on them all, but they don't get to dictate how you agree to help. They can ask, but demanding is a no-go. Maybe suggest that one of their parents joins you for a test visit to the park, so they could see how you're able to keep a good eye on all 3. Not the asshole. Yes, incredibly selfish of you to have any boundaries while offering him free childcare. Your Bil is acting unbelievably entitled and he's in for a very rude awakening when he finds out how much it's going to cost him to start using a daycare service or a babysitter nanny instead of having you come over. Not the asshole. You're helping family out, but now family think they get to determine how. No. Not the asshole and not selfish. They want on-call free babysitting on their terms. He was rude and self-centered. Hold your boundary. His exploding temper is not acceptable. You have been an available fun uncle and this is how you are treated. Not the asshole. You are agreeing to babysit their kids out of their house, not run a daycare out of yours. If you watching the kids at their house doesn't work for them, they should find someone else to do it. And if they're angry that the 5 of them are in a townhouse instead of having a house with a yard, then that's on them to fix that. Not the asshole. Your GF needs a safe home. Good that you are holding your point. Not the asshole, you're doing awesome and clearly care for both these kids and your girlfriend. BIL is inconsiderate and can kick rocks. Not the asshole. It's your home and your decisions. Not the asshole. They can't take their own kids outside? What assholes, especially since it sounds like you babysit for free. Not the asshole. You offered a solution and your girlfriend is entitled to feeling safe and comfortable in your home. It's not like you're avoiding the kids or refusing to help your BIL. I do wonder if your sister and BIL know about your girlfriend's feelings. Not the asshole, but have you told them why you don't want to have them over? It's ridiculous that your BIL thinks his kids have a right to infringe upon your space when you're doing him a favor, but maybe it would help smooth things over if you said, I'm not refusing to have them come over because of something personal about you or them. Our house isn't kid-proof and my girlfriend likes our house to be a private space. If he still has an issue with your completely reasonable rules, then he can feel free to watch his own kids. Not the asshole, and your BIL's reaction seems really disproportionate. Not the asshole, I'm guessing they want you to watch them so they can have quiet in their home for adult activities. But you're still not the asshole for not wanting them in your home. Your BIL is a giant dick for exploding at you for not doing him a favor his way. I think it may be a power play against the girlfriend. They may have a problem with her being introverted and taking her need to have her home as a safe, quiet space as an insult, so they are pushing up to allow their kids into her space cause they are petty. Just a thought. In the end, these are their children. But that doesn't take away that you will do things the way you do things at your house. That being said though, they are still their children. You're not the asshole, your BIL is though with the way that he handled the situation in the end. You are not obligated to take care of his children. The people who object to your boundaries are usually the ones who would benefit from you not having them. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, what is your brother-in-law's agenda here? Not the asshole, your BIL sounds like a huge one though. He should understand that while you love your nibblings you don't live alone, and a lot of people wouldn't want 3 young children in their house. Not the asshole. Just a prediction, but he will be asking you to watch the kids again. If this is the straw that broke the camel's back, it actually was broken a long time ago. If he is not aware of your GF issue, he should know, but after 8 years together, I bet he knows. Is the AH, but again no one cuts off babysitting service because of this. In fact, it's no longer babysitting when they come to you, but rather daycare. If the parents wanted some alone time in their house, they could ask the uncle to take them to the movies or pay for an activity that lasts more than a couple of hours. This is the parent's responsibility to communicate and figure out. It is super entitled to expect the uncle to take them to his house, regardless of what reason he has for not wanting them over. Not the asshole. You were doing a favor, and doing so within the appropriate boundaries within your household. If they aren't grateful for what you are willing to do, someone else can take over. They need to remember who actually made the kids, and act like it. Having children does not grant magical entitlement powers. Wow. Free babysitting and the park isn't good enough. You know what they really want. Once you take them to your house for the day, then it will be overnight, then summer holidays. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Paging are choosing beggars. We have a live one. Not the asshole, well your home isn't child-proofed, nor is it a jungle gym. You're doing them the solid of babysitting, I'm assuming, for free. So he can't just invite them over to your home because it's his preference. It seems that they are not deeply appreciative of the work you are doing, and instead want more to appease themselves, not considering other people in the situation. So now, for a time until they can respect your boundaries around your home, let them watch their own